I'm just gonna...
The body we found in the garden.
Yeah.
It wasn't Mukuro.
I don't even need to hear the rest of that.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
I kind of wish I hadn't done that, because I
Right, Kyoko?
kind of wanted to hear the rest of that
5 foot 6
argument.
inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals
But
were
I just wanted to see if I could do that,
31,
and
32.
yeah, it was
Everything in
great.
her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Well, process of elimination dictates. Vitals, yeah. Why the fuck you dying?
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
We're all dead. This is just
But
purgatory.
we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
No, she didn't. It was Murkrow.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Caw!
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Definitely forgot he did that.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive,
It must be wrong.
then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
Are you guys all idiots?
Your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
That doesn't mean you get to kill us yet.
Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Yeah, come on, Makoto. You're better than that
Of course not. There's no way I'd give
when
up
you're
that
being supported by Kyoko
That's
and
all
sometimes
well and
Byakuya.
good, But how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
Man, I just can't wrap my finger around that. Why so serious? Could it be? Whoop. Yeah, don't want no N. It's not Rupnace. Or Rupnaced.
Now I understand.
Yay! I can spell words! Replace up.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Replace up.
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that's the naked Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Why? Because she looked like her?
Yeah,
Vaguely?
You're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Stab, 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 stab,
When
stab.
She was, about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
No, it's not actually a clone jutsu.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
So where do you guys think the mastermind has been this entire time?
I got it!
Who do you think has been controlling Monokuma this entire
They switched
time?
places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met.
It is mildly Kingdom Heartsy. I'll have to agree with you on that. Except with a lot more death. And, like,
Wouldn't have
less
had to switch
friendship
the
and
moment
hearts
we
and
met,
shit.
right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we first met is actually Mukuro all
And
along?
less Donald and Gafu, yes.
We'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
We
Crazy!
first met. None of us knew who
Goose.
anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Well, yeah, she probably
She
covered
could
it
have
up with
hidden it
makeup.
with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
Yeah, why would any self-respecting Ultimate Soldier
They were the
wear those
same
willingly?
fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Fire.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you
Well,
been
you've
saying
certainly got a lot of it now, I'm sure.
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity?
Yep,
When did I do that?
the entire time. Um... Um... No.
Shoot!
Yeah, that's what I was going for, but apparently that was not it. Is it just the room? I can do it! I believe it!
Shoot!
I'm gonna feel really stupid in a second, I'm sure. I'm working on it! I don't know why I clicked on that.
Shoot!
Guys, am I stupid? I mean, probably, but... Wow, it's been a while. Fucking Jesus Christ!
While I was in the
He
AV,
cut it off before we saw Junko's interview. I'm an idiot. Oh. I even made note of that in my mind when he did that. I was like, okay, so yeah, that makes sense. And then I completely just forgot about it. Ah!
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't! You blatantly unplugged it! Hmm? DDR again?
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible. That's impossible.
Bye!
Prove it. The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. I noticed it just a little while
Bear.
ago when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Your face! Literally!
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face.
Like how Hero's just casually checking out
Because
Mukuro.
if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this,
To be
the
fair, they
identity
also
and the
sanctioned a
crimes of the
serial killer
mastermind
for the
have
high
been
school.
exposed.
I don't know if they knew that beforehand, but they definitely did.
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Oh, we're comic booking already? I guess it's that. Yeah, she'd be dead. Super dead. Biolab. It might have been a Kniffy. And then she got Kyoko'd. Which one of these is it supposed to be? But can you spell Kniffy? Bye! Yeah, I figured... I know there's more. I know for faux show that there's Mo. Oh, well, they certainly didn't burn it. Looking something like that. Hey, there's Toko going flying. There you go, Soul.
The killer is
You!
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here.
No, you didn't.
But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue. Until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Kaboom!
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
Bear. Musical bear.
The real Junko and Oshima.